Hey guys, welcome back to Reform by Claire. Today we're going to be doing a nice and quick lower body and core workout. I'm going to be using some 2 kilo hand weights and my ball, and that's just about it. So to get started with, I'm going to pop on my heavy spring load for footwork. So 1 green and 2 reds is the springs for the Align Pilates Reformer, which is 1 super heavy and 2 medium heavies. The super heavy spring is pretty strong. So yeah, 1 extra heavy and 2 medium heavies. Then I'm going to leave the ball out of the way for now and grab my 2 kilo weights and come and lay down on my back here. The weights are just going to come down beside me on the floor for now so I can grab them when I'm ready. And we're just going to come into a little moment of breath. So resting your feet either on the foot bar or wherever is comfortable for you. Bring your hands to your heart space and your low belly and just start to follow your breath in through the nose, down to the belly, feel the belly lift. And out through the mouth, just letting that breath come out nice and softly, feeling your ribs soften down towards your hips. Inhale, breath in through the nose, the belly lifts, the ribs expand. And exhale, just letting that breath go. Stay with your breath for just a moment. When you breathe in, feel the energy coming into your body. As you breathe out, maybe start to feel a gentle core activation as those ribs pull down and the breath comes out a little sharper. Beautiful work. Staying with that breath pattern, we're going to float our hands up to our shoulder blocks or the poles above them. And then lift the legs one at a time up to a tabletop position. The knees are going to be together, neutral through the spine, tailbone is down. We're just going to come into our pendulum. So just a nice, gentle core activation exercise. As you inhale, draw your knees a few inches over to the right. And as you exhale, just lift them back up over the hips. Inhale over to the left. And exhale over the hips. Beautiful. Take a few more on each side. Making sure that you're not using your hands to hold you steady. They're there for a little bit of support. However, we're not coming so far with those knees that we can't still use those deep core muscles to draw them back up. So it really is about the breath. Inhale, 1 hip lifts. Exhale, pull your belly in. Feel that core nice and tight. Beautiful. Let's go for 2 more in each direction. This time I'm going to add on a double leg extension out to the side before bending back and lifting the knees back up over the hips. So inhale, knees come over and legs extend. Exhale, we bend those knees and lift them over the hips. 1 more in each direction. Extending, bending, breathing out, pulling the knees up. Last one. Holding through center, bring the hands down beside you. Keep that neutral spine here for me. We're going to take the knees hip width apart. Inhale, breath, feel the ribs expand. As you exhale, take your right leg long over the foot bar and inhale to draw it back in. Exhale, left leg goes long. Inhale, draw it back in. Continue alternating sides, always an exhale breath as the leg moves away. And I also want you to feel your belly pulling in as you breathe out. So again, everything staying really nice and still, nice and neutral through those hips and pelvis. And as we take the leg away, we're using that strong breath to help us activate through the core. The ribs pull down, the belly pulls in. Those core muscles are holding your torso nice and stable, making that really good foundation as those legs continue to move. Make sure your leg stays in line with your hips. Inhale, coming in. Exhale, legs go long. Beautiful. We'll go for 1 more on the left. Bring it in. Next time we take the right leg long, hold it long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Don't make the movement big, okay? If you've got a lot of flexibility through the back of your legs, it might be able to come a little bit higher than mine. However, we want to maintain that neutral spine. So don't come so high that you start to feel that pelvis tuck and your back press down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower for 3, 2. Keep that belly tight. 1, bring the knee back in, left leg goes long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, maintain that length through the back of the leg. Keep the tailbone down, the ribs down, the belly in. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more here. Bring it in. Little mini break. Knees come in. Find some relief. We've got 1 more round to work through here. We're going to take double leg movements. If it's too strong, stick with that single leg. Just repeat the previous round. So legs come back up to tabletop. Hands are down. Option to bring your hands to the shoulder blocks, okay? Otherwise, we keep them down beside us. We take that inhale breath. Ribs expand wide. Exhale, extend both legs. Inhale, draw back into tabletop. Exhale, extend. So you should be feeling this really strong through those deep core muscles, okay? Right down the front of the belly, right into the deep core in between the hip bones. The higher the legs go, the easier it is going to be to maintain that stability, okay? If you're feeling good, take them lower, lengthen right over the top of that foot bar, but don't rest on it. Let's do 2 more. 1 more here. We're going to take our double leg lift. So extend, hold them long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Doesn't need to be big, okay? This is a strong movement. You're focusing on hip stability, keeping that neutral spine as your priority. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Give those knees a hug. Whew. Core is on and ready. All right. Now we're going to bring our feet up to our foot bar. Reach down and grab onto those 2 kilo hand weights. We're going to come heels on the bar, hip width apart. Extend those weights up towards the ceiling and turn your palms down towards the end of your reformer. So the palms are facing towards your feet. We're going to press the carriage out here. Find that neutral spine. As you inhale, knees are bending and elbows are coming wide for a chest press. So we come out and press up. We're making goalposts with those arms. So you really want to draw the hands and the weights over the elbows as you bring them down beside you. You want to keep upwards pressure on the foot bar, okay? So your heels pressing up against the bar. We're warming up through those thighs. You're also going to feel this through the chest, through the biceps. Now with that stronger spring and the arms moving, there can be some tension down on the shoulders. Just allow your shoulders to drop down away from your ears. Keep that length through the body. So not resisting up against the shoulder blocks. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, press up. Keep the neutral spine and the ribs down. We want the core on. It is warm. It is ready to carry us through this workout. So don't let it have a holiday now. Keep it on. Keep that pace nice and steady, nothing too fast, nice and controlled. Let's go for 3. We're going to come halfway in, just 2. 1 more here, bring it halfway in. Hold the carriage still, just those weights, pressing up and out. Inhale, open, exhale, push. Maybe you can push the carriage an inch further out, build that load through those thighs. They should be on fire. Nice and warm, nice and quick. If you can't feel it already, maybe your springs are too light, okay? You want to be feeling this through your thighs already. Let's go for 3, 2. On this last one, take those elbows out to your goalpost and pulse through the legs. Arms are still, legs are pulsing, and we're pressing up for the pulses, not dipping too low because we want to keep tension on the springs. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, squeeze, push, and bring it all the way in. Whew. First little break, little rock with the knees. I'm going to come straight onto the toes now and extend the weights up to the ceiling. This time the palms are facing in towards each other. Tailbone down. Think about your toes like a bird on a perch, okay? So all 10 toes wrapping around that bar. Press the carriage out, push up onto your tippy toes. All right, and this time as we inhale, we're going to bend the knees. We're going to take a narrow press, elbows into the waistline. Exhale, extend the legs, extend the arms. Inhale, narrow press. Exhale, push out. So when you press out, you want to make sure you do still have a little bit of softness in those knees. We don't want to be locking out into the joints. We want to keep that load through the thighs. We're also starting to bring in a little bit of the back of those legs here as we keep the heels really high as we draw in and press out. Squeeze, pull it in and press out. Good. Neutral spine, ribs down, belly is still tight here. Feel the work through the shoulders. We feel the work through the back of the arms now a little. Quads are still working and calf muscles are assisting as we come in and out. Just for 3. Feel that control. 2. Heels stay high. 1 more full one. Bring it halfway in. Just the arms rowing in and out. So we are at least halfway up the carriage with that hold. So the load is heavy through the legs. Inhale, tuck the elbows. Exhale, press up. Notice my weights are coming down over my elbows here, making that little bit stronger. 3, 2, 1. Elbows come in, but hovering off the carriage. Pulse that carriage in and out. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3. Push it higher. 2 and 1. Big stretch out. Bring it in. All right, second break. Little rock through the knees. Rest those arms down. All right, we are coming into our wide external rotation. So we're going to take the heels back onto the bar and we're going to take them wide on the foot bar. Toes are gently turned out, knees are gently turned out. Don't force that turn out because it's going to put you in a really unsafe position with your hips. Feel it natural, okay? You still want to be able to see those knees within your eye line when you look down in between your legs. All right. This time as we press the weights up, we're keeping palms in again. Neutral spine, ribs down. Press the carriage out. From here, soften your elbows. As we inhale, the knees bend and stay wide and the arms open for our flyer. Exhale, squeeze them back over the shoulders as you lengthen the legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze them back up. Keep that breathing steady. Make sure we keep softness through those knees. Don't quite lock them out. Open and squeeze up. Tailbone down, ribs down. That's it. We're going to squeeze through the chest. Control on the way in. Keep those glutes active. Thighs are working. Let's go for 4. Chest is now taking a heavy load here. 3. Just come down in line with the body. No lower. 2. And 1 more here. Halfway hold. Just the flyers. Carriage is still just above halfway. Arms are opening, then squeezing up. Inhale, exhale. Don't swing those weights. Have that control. Inhale, exhale. Tailbone down, ribs down. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more here. Take the arms out. Hold that flyer, pulsing through the legs. Now, the lower the weights are, the harder it's going to be to hold this in place, okay? You can come up to this soft V position to take a little bit of a load off, and the higher you come, the easier it's going to be. Keep the shoulders lengthened away from the ears, tailbone down. Push those pulses higher for 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it up and bring it all the way in. Whew. We're almost there. Okay, we're coming onto the toes. We are staying wide here. We're going to lift those heels up. Again, all 10 toes on the foot bar. Knees are gently turned out and our heels are gently turned in towards each other. Arms up to the ceiling, palms facing in. Press your carriage out. All right, this time we are taking a tricep extension. So as we bend the knees and inhale, we're going to take those weights over towards the top of our head and exhale, stack them back up over the shoulders. Keep your elbows back, so try not to bend them in, so you're not rowing in like this. You're keeping your elbows exactly where they are. You're lowering the weights over the top of your head. So try aim just past the top of your ears here. Keeping those knees slightly softened on the extension. Keep the length between your shoulders and your ears. Ribs down, tailbone heavy. We're going to go for another 6 here before we come into our halfway hold. Can you get those elbows back more? That's it. We've got 4. Big squeeze. For 3. Heels are up, guys. Keep them high. 2. 1 more. Halfway in. Just those tricep extensions. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Back and up. Push higher on your carriage. Lift those heels up. Pull your ribs back in towards your midline. Tailbone down. 4, 3, 2. You're ready for your last round of pulses. Let's go. 1 more. Bend the elbows and pulse it up and down. So we're keeping that 90-degree angle with our arms here. We're keeping the load through the back of the arms by the elbows pressing back towards those shoulder blocks. Weights over the ears. Whew, take those pulses higher. 6, 5, 4, 3. Higher, longer. 2 and 1. Oh my goodness me. Bring it all the way home. Whew. Give those legs a shake out. All right, guys, we have just 1 more round to go. But for this last one, we're going to take those weights out of the way, and we're going to let the arms relax down beside us. Our feet come in nice and close together, toes on the bar like a bird on a perch. Heels together, lift them up high and press the carriage out. We're going to start just running through the feet. So we take right heel down, bend the left knee, then press up. Left heel down, bend the right knee, then press up. Keep it going, 1 at a time. Down, up, down, and up. That's it. Inhale, exhale. Stretch through the back of the leg. Slowly build up onto those tippy toes. We want to avoid using too much power here. We want this to be a strength-based movement. We're going to go for 2 more on each side. Then we're going to go double heels for our calf raises. 1 more on each side. Up onto your tippy toes. 2 counts. Slowly lower the heels. 2 counts. Slowly push up. Do not rush this. I don't want it to be fast. If it's fast, you'll find it'll be power, momentum, and we're going to let go of some of that strength work. Instead, we take it slow and we really feel the back of those legs working. We're going to go 6 more only. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. That's it. Almost there. Just for 4, 3, 2. You can do it. 1 more. We hold up at the top. Little pulses up. 6, 5. Push, push. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. All the way home. Oh my days. Roll the back of those legs out over that foot bar, maybe side to side. Whew. All right. Doing so well, guys. Our legs are cooked. Our shoulders are warm. I'm going to roll over to the side and bring myself up off of my back for a spring change. Excuse me. All right. So I'm now just going to take it down to 1 medium spring. Okay, so I've just got my 1 red spring on for this machine, or medium heavy it is. And I'm going to put my foot bar all the way down. My weights can stay out of the way for this series. I'm going to grab my ball, place it on my headrest. Woo! Come back, ball. If you've got a reformer that has like a nice high setting on the headrest, you don't necessarily need the ball, okay? Mine doesn't come so high, so I'm going to put a ball there for comfort purposes, okay? All right, we are going to start with our side lying foot in the strap. So I'm going to bring that strap all the way down and pop my top foot into the longer loop. All right, so you can do this on a lighter spring if this is a little bit heavy for you. We're focusing a little bit more on strength, but there's also some stability involved in this weight as well. If you go lighter, it's just going to be stabilizing, so a lot more of a pinchy burn. If you go heavier again, more strength, more power involved. All right, so bring your top leg up in line with your hip. You want to lift your waist up a little bit, so you've got a little tunnel underneath the side of you. Your spine is long, your hips are stacked. The bum is pressed back towards the back of your carriage. Our hands are just relaxed here, or you can have your top hand on your hip if you want to check and make sure they are staying stacked. When you're ready, inhale, actively squeeze that top glute. Exhale, press long into the strap. Inhale, we bend the knee in. Exhale, squeeze and press. So working into that right glute here. Okay. Find that squeeze every time that leg goes long. I want you to draw the heel all the way back in line with your body, okay? In line with the back of your body. So you might find your strap is just coming and giving you a little kiss into the face, maybe just touching your nose. You do want to be clearing your shoulder block, unless you've got super high shoulder blocks, but I don't feel like there is a machine that would have them high enough. You want to make sure that strap is just coming over the top of the shoulder block. That's going to let you know your leg is staying up at the right height. Knee in line with that rope, not sitting over the top of it. Okay, maybe it's just underneath, if anything. Inhale, bending in. Exhale, squeezing it long. Squeeze into the back of the leg. That's it. Let's go for another 4 like this. Just warming up through those glutes. Feel that tension catch at the hip height and then push. That's it. For 2. 1 more here, send it long, hold it long. Lift it up an inch, turn it out an inch. We're taking our little frog push here. So we're slightly in external rotation, but the hip bone's still facing forward. We bend in and extend. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, push it long. Just for 3 more like this. 2. Last one, press it out, bring it back down to neutral, point your toe, sweep it forward, flex your foot, drag it back. That's it, point and sweep, flex and drag it back. Coming forward and back, really get into the glutes, the back of the legs here. Our reps are low, but we are keeping the movement. Let's go for just 3. In 2, I want you to only sweep halfway back on your last one, okay? 1 more, sweep it forward, keep the toe pointed. Sweep it halfway, circles here. So my leg is just in front of the railings of my machine, okay? So just out on that forward angle. Whew, gonna reverse it for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Ow. Give your bum a little tap out. All right, we're going to slide that strap all the way over the rest of our legs so it's sitting in behind the knee. We're going to keep ourselves in this nice side-lying tabletop-like position so the knees are at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to start with the top leg resting on top of the underneath one. Waist up, hips are stacked. Squeeze that top glute, inhale. Exhale, open the leg to about hip height and tap down. All right, so you might want to place your hand on your hip for this one. As your leg opens, we are not letting that hip rock backwards. I want you to imagine you've got headlights on your hip bones and they are shining forward. You should feel that glute on fire, especially pinching in around the side of the glute here and down in around that underline. All right, we're going to hold it up in just 3. Stay with me. Try not to drop down here. 2, can you just kiss those knees together? 1 more here. We lift it up. Hold the carriage still. Kick straight forward. Bend it back. Here we go. Kick it forward. Bend it back. This is burning. Just for 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bend it. Little pulses up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, rest it. God damn. That booty burn was pretty strong in the end. I'm going to take my leg out of that strap. And give myself just a little bit of a break. Give that bum a little tap out. Amazing. All right, the legs are going to go long now, straight down the center of your carriage. I'm going to reach behind our head and grab our opposite strap. Hand into the short loop, reaching the arm up towards the ceiling. Lift that waist up, inhale, draw the shoulder in. As you exhale, we sweep and tap the fingertips down the side thigh. Inhale to lift up to the ceiling. Exhale, sweep and reach. I want you to think about your bottom rib pulling towards your hip And then on your next one, we're going to add a little double leg lift. So the legs lift up an inch and then lower an inch. So now that hip is also pulling up to meet the bottom rib. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze and reach. Just a few here. Let's go for 4. For 3 more. 2. On your last one, can you lift your head and chest? 1. Eye gaze down towards those feet. Lift the top one up an inch and lower. Lift it up and lower. So you're just squeezing a little bit more into the side of your waist. You might find that your booty is also still burning. The hands are reaching down the thigh. We've got 3. If you get necky, take your head down. 2. 1, only come halfway down, scissor your legs forward and back. We want to start to use the inner thigh of that underneath leg to keep it up. We really want to be using the waist to hold your leg high. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs go long. Keep them separated. Underneath leg starts to squeeze up towards the top one. Inner thigh working now. 6. Keep that top leg high. Keep your eye gaze down to your foot if you can. 5. Fingertips reaching down the thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down. Nice work, guys. Pop that strap back onto your hook. Give your waist a little bit of a squeeze. All right, we are coming up off of this side. I'm going to take the ball and place it down, and I'm going to come and kneel on my carriage facing towards the back of my machine. Whew. All right, grabbing onto the opposite strap in the same hand that you just had, okay? So I was lying on my left side with my right hand in the strap. So my right hand is taking the opposite side strap here. Holding into the short loop, I'm going to stay in a low kneel. You're welcome to come into a high kneel to make this a little stronger, or to choke up a little bit higher on your strap if you want a little bit more range here. Lift through the crown of the head, belly tight, ribs in, inhale. As you exhale, we're rowing and rotating towards your rowing elbow. Inhale, extend your arm. Exhale, row and rotate. So we're still targeting the same obliques that we were just working for our double leg lift series. I want you to feel a squeeze through the shoulder, just a squeeze through the back, right underneath the armpit there. Lengthen, squeeze and row. Now again, if you want a little bit more tension, hold a little bit higher up onto that strap. If you want to make it more challenging through the core, we come up into a high kneel. It's also going to make your strap a little bit stronger as well. Let's go 4 like this. 3, 2, 1. Can you hold on the last one? Hold it, eye gaze towards that elbow, shoulder down, hips are forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And reach it all the way forward. That's it. Give your body a little twist here, side to side. We've got one last exercise to do before we come and work through the other side. Knees are right up against the shoulder blocks. Our hands are coming down so that both hands are on the right side railing. Okay, if you were using the opposite to me, so I was just rowing with my right, so both hands were on the right. If you're doing opposite, go ahead and do opposite. All right, fingertips are over the side railing. Knees are up against the shoulder blocks. I want you to take your hands a little further out so they're not quite underneath your shoulders. Our eye gaze is going to come around like you're looking towards the ankle here, and we're creating that C curve into the side of the body. Inhale, breath. Exhale, pull the carriage in, tuck the knees, and inhale, release back. So upper body is going to start to stabilize as the knees tuck. As you tuck, I want you to look further. I want you to pull your hips around and create more of a C curve. We're going to do 6 more. Breathe out as the carriage comes in. 4 to go. Look further, curve more. 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, hold. And walk it all the way back. Whew. Take a little child's pose. I'm going to reach both hands over to the left for my child's pose, getting some more length. And then we are up and ready to work through the other side. Ball coming back onto the headrest if you're using it today. Come and lay down on your side. Whew. Let's get into it. All right, so our bum is to the back of the carriage, knees tucked up and in. Take the top loop, bring it over the top of your top foot. So long loop over the top foot. And then we're going to make sure we're in that really nice side lie position with the bottom pulled all the way back. We have the hips stacked, a little tunnel underneath the waistline. Length through that spine. Lift your top leg up in line with your hip. Inhale, actively squeeze that top glute. Exhale, press long. Inhale, guide it in. Exhale, extend and squeeze. So we're bringing that rope up to touch the front of the face, if you can, as we sweep the leg long and back in line with the back of the body. All right, keep your waist lifted and your hips stacked here. Now, because our underneath glute has been working, you might find it trying to switch on a lot to really help out here. Okay, it is going to be working still, so it's easy to feel it a little bit more, but you need to actively squeeze your top glute and take the load off the underneath one, okay? Make sure that you're really focusing on firing into your upper glute. Okay, exhale, extend, inhale, draw it in. Feel that guiding on the way in. So you should actually feel your glutes catch as your heel starts to draw in. Okay, you're aiming to come back to that tabletop position. So the shin coming forward in line with the front of your carriage as you bend that knee into your tabletop. All right, let's go for just 3 and then we're going to move on from this exercise. In 2, we've got our little frog press. 1 more, press it long. Turn it out, lift it up an inch. We bend in and push. Hip bones stay shining forward. Just a gentle turn out. We're aiming that heel towards about the center of your foot bar, maybe a little bit higher. Really starting to fire into the side of those glutes. Let's just go for 4. Remember, low reps, but we tie these exercises together. We've got 2 more. Last one, press it out, bring the leg back down to neutral, point the toe. Sweep the leg forward, flex it and drag it back. Point to come forward, flex and drag it back. Waist up, hips stacked, let's go. Big squeeze. We come forward and back. Feel the back of the leg working as you sweep back. Hamstrings on now. Okay, that glute is doing most of the work. You should feel it on fire. Let's do 3 more, okay? On your last one, you're only sweeping halfway down. Okay, so sweep forward, inhale. Keep the toe pointed halfway back, exhale. Little circle. The leg is just out in front of the railing. Your waist is lifted. Your hips are stacked. Let's reverse it for 4. 3. You should really feel that glute pinching now. 2. And 1. Drop it in. Whew. You guys good? Take the strap all the way over the leg, in behind the knee. Hips press back, knees are stacked, waist is lifted up here. Now our legs are resting one on top of the other. We squeeze into that top glute, take your inhale. As you exhale, lift the leg up to hip height or just above. Inhale, tap down. Let's take our hand to our hip and make sure there is absolutely no movement. Even the slightest movement can really compromise where we are aiming to get into. You should feel this in your deep hip rotator. So right in here in the side of your glutes, nice and deep. All right, you can even get those fingers and jam them in there. Pressing up and down. 3 like this, we're almost there. Your booty should be on absolute fire. Last one, lift it up, hold it up. Carriage, stay still. We kick the leg straight forward, bend it back. Aim to keep that carriage still. We're only going to do 4 like this. Pulses to finish. Don't forget. Stay with me. Woo! Last 2. 1 more. Bend it in. Little pulses up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Give it a rest. Okay, we're taking the leg all the way out of the strap, bringing our carriage back home. Stay here on your side. Hope you guys are doing all right. My butt is on fire. All right, we're stacking the legs straight down the center of the carriage here. one long line, and we're now reaching in behind our head to grab onto our short loop. Reach your arm up to the ceiling, shoulders stay drawn in, belly stays tight, waist is lifted, legs are long. When you're ready, inhale, exhale, sweep your hand down, reach and touch down the side of your thigh. All right, so to start with, we're really focusing on getting our shoulder working. We want to start to come into our core muscles, our obliques, the sides of the body. So as you sweep the hand down, think about your rib closing down towards that hip. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Using those obliques to keep the leg lifted. And on our next one, we're actually going to lift the heels up and feel the hip draw up towards the ribs. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, sweep and lift them. So now you're able to touch further down the thigh. I want that to be your aim, okay? The higher you can get those legs, the further down the thigh you're touching. Stay on your side. Don't rotate your hips back to get further into this crunch, okay? Imagine we're moving in between two sheets of glass. Straight up, straight down. In 3, we're going to hold it up here. We're going to lift the head and chest and look down towards those heels. Last one, sweep it, lift the head and chest, hold it. Top leg comes up and down. Lift and tap. Lift, tap, really get into the side waist. Keep your knee and the top of your foot pointing forward for 3, 2, last one, only halfway down. We're scissoring the legs forward and back. Can you get higher with the head and chest? If you're necky, take your head, rest it back down. Otherwise, keep it up. 5, 4, 3, beats to finish. In 2, in 1, legs come back in line with each other. Squeeze up and down with that underneath leg. Top leg stays still. 6, 5, reach further. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Bring it home. Pop the strap down. Give your waist a little rub. And then bring yourself up off your side. Guys, we're almost done, okay? We've just got to repeat the work up on our knees and then we're finished. So coming into a low kneel, or if you chose to come into the high kneel, go ahead and jump in that higher position straight away. Taking my left hand, which was my on top arm that was in the strap, across and grabbing onto the rope. I'm staying in a low kneel, like I said. Otherwise, come straight up into that high kneel if you need to. We're going to row and rotate towards the elbow rowing. And inhale, reach forward. Imagine you're just looking towards that elbow. So that helps to know where your eye gaze is coming to. Your hips are staying square and you should start to feel those obliques again. Same obliques that we were just working. So they should be warm. You should feel them immediately. I'm going to come and finish off the rest of my reps in my high kneel here. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, rotate. Beautiful. Let's just go for another 6 like this. Just for 5, can you keep that belly in? Keep your hips shining forward. 4, squeezing into the back of the arm, the shoulder, underneath the armpit. So just in that side of your back. Last 2, hold on your last one. Hold it, eye gaze to the elbow. Hold it, feel those obliques. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Reach it forward, place it down. All right, last exercise of our workout today. Our hands come over to the left side, or if you're working opposite, you know where you're going. Fingertips over the edge and just a little further away from underneath the shoulders. Eye gaze is down towards the heels. Inhale, breath, create that C curve. Exhale, tuck the knees up. Now stay off the stopper. Keep your upper body stable. Feel that tuck, causing your C curve to increase. Eye gaze coming further towards the ankles. 6 here. 5. 4 more. 3. Just for 2. And 1. Send it back. Whew. Take your child's pose. Reach your arms over the opposite side of your railings. Get that nice length down the side of your body. Whew. Oh gosh. Guys, our work is done. I'm going to take a little moment with you to stretch it out, but you can breathe easy. No more tough work to come. I'm just going to come and sit on my carriage here and come into a little bit of a glute stretch. So I'll start with my left tender glute because it's had some time to rest. So my right ankle's coming up and over my left knee. Okay, the further away you have your left foot, the easier this stretch is going to feel. The closer you have it in towards you, the stronger, the deeper that stretch will be. Maybe take a little gentle press down on the knee. A couple of breaths. Fold yourself forward. Beautiful, and we'll swap sides. All right, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe that gentle press down onto the knee. A few breaths. And folding forward. This side feels a little bit spicy after the stretch. The glutes still settling after the hard work. Beautiful. I'm going to come and sit cross-legged here on my carriage again. Just take a bit of a side stretch. So taking the left hand down and reaching that right arm up and over. You can come down onto the elbow if it's there for you. And then we'll go over in the other direction. Just make sure you've got some space there to come all the way down. And then my hands come in behind my head. I'm going to inhale, open my chest, lift my eye gaze. And exhale, scoop my belly in. Pull the elbows together, round through the spine. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. So we're working through the spine here. Be really gentle with that pressure down on the back of your head. Open the chest. And scoop it in. Bring the hand to the heart space and down to the low belly. If you'd like to close down your eyes, otherwise take your eye gaze low. Let's just take 3 deep breaths here. On your inhale, we're going in through the nose, low, wide with the belly, wide with the ribs. And on the exhale, out through the nose, super soft, like you can't hear the sound of it, silk coming out of your body. So inhale, breath. Soft exhale. Inhale, long, deep, wide. Exhale, soft and silent. Last one here. Little deeper on the inhale. Hold at the top. For 3, 2, 1. Side out. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I look forward to seeing you again soon.